Hi, my name is Anneleen, and for Easter break I went to London for a few days. And the first day we arrived by train, by Eurostar, and we just kind of walked around Piccadilly Circus, St James Park. And after that we also went to the National Gallery to look at some art, some paintings. And these are some of my favorite paintings that I saw. We've done a few museums and you will see more of that later on, but I think this one was definitely my favorite. I loved the different types of art and seeing the way that the, art of painting changed over the years, and it is a really nice museum. I do recommend that you go when you're in London. After we were done, we also had some tea, which was good. My first proper English tea, although it was just chamomile tea. Then we did some more sightseeing and also went to the Oxo Tower, which is just a nice tower where you can have a drink. You can also eat there at a restaurant, but we decided to just have a drink and enjoy the view. We thought it would be cold up there, but we were actually shielded from the wind, so it was really good and warm. Then we went to the British Museum on the next day. This one is just full of sculptures, and I didn't actually film that much. This is the only thing that I filmed. Then we went to Camdem Market that same day just to walk around, enjoy the vibes. We had our first bubble tea there. It was a brown sugar milk tea, which was the first time that we tried it, and it was really good. And then we just went to the vintage shops and looked around. We didn't actually buy anything, but it was just nice to just browse, There was some great street food, but we didn't actually get any because it was just getting a little bit too cold outside to just sit and eat. So we didn't do that and just enjoyed walking around. And then we decided to go to the Seven Dials and found this burrito place that was really good. Then we just had an evening stroll, just taking in the city, and we definitely started seeing that the different neighborhoods really had different feels to them. On day 3, we went to the Tate Modern, and this is the last museum visit that we did. There was some cool stuff in there, like this thing, or all of these radios stacked on top of each other. And then we walked over the Millennium Bridge. I had already been there once, and I still think it's really cool. I also started noticing these little works of art on the floor of the Millennium Bridge, and so I decided to film some of them. I think he's called the Chewing Gum Man. Was actually working on one of his artworks, but I was too afraid to film any longer than I just did. We also went to St. Paul's Cathedral and walked all the way to the top of the stairs so that we could have the beautiful view. I think it was about 360 stairs, something like that. But the view was worth it. Although my legs were sore for 2 days afterwards. It was really cool to see the city from above because you could definitely see some things that you would recognize, but also there's just so much. Like, you cannot see just like grass or fields behind the edges of the city. It's just city. On day 4, we decided to take it slow. We didn't plan anything actually to visit. We just walked around. I wanted to go to a few bookstores because, of course, I love books, but I think I love bookstores just a little bit more. So I watched a video by Anneleen about the best bookshops in London, and we visited 2 of them, the first one being Jaunt Books, which you are seeing right now. I think it is a really lovely bookstore, and it has sections based on country, which is really cool. So there's like traveling guides, but also important literature from that area and stories that take place in the countries that the section is about. And then we went to Regent's Park because we had bought new books and we just wanted to sit and read. And the weather was starting to get better. It was still not very sunny, but the temperature was pretty good by that time, so we just kind of enjoyed a little read in the park. And then because we just wanted to chill a little bit more, we also went to Hyde Park and did the same thing there. And by then the sky had really opened up and it was really pretty and sunny and warm, and just it felt like summer. It was really nice. And here we have Robert trying to jump over me, which he successfully did. And this is a second bookshop that we did. This one is a little bit more messy, I would say. Like, it's difficult to figure out what section you're looking at, or if you're trying to find, let's say, philosophy books, there are no signs or anything. You just have to kind of figure it out on your own. But the bookshelves are really cool, and it was just a nice atmosphere. And in the evening, we went to see Moulin Rouge the musical, which was amazing. When we entered the theater, it was as if we had stepped into the Moulin Rouge in Paris. Not that I've been there, but you know, it was just amazing. I got a little emotional as it started because I was just so amazed by how good it was, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. And then at 10:30 in the evening, we had a vegetarian hamburger on Piccadilly Circus, because, you know, why not? We went to see Tower Bridge and the Tower of London as well. We just kind of walked around. As you can see, like, the weather is beautiful right now, so we just enjoyed walking in the sun and doing a little bit of sightseeing. We went to Shoreditch, of course, because as you might have guessed, I wanted to visit as many places that are mentioned in London Boy by Taylor Swift as I possibly could. And Camdem Market and Shoreditch definitely were the highlights. Again, lots of vintage shops, lots of bookstores, bubble tea, you know, what more can you wish for? Also, cool street art. And then we just kind of walked around. We bumped into Carnaby Street, which was also really nice. And then the next day was Wombats Day, because this day we actually had booked a ticket to see the Wombats, my favorite band, at the O2, and so we wanted to take it slow. We went to another park, Green Park, just to read, enjoy the sun, and just kind of rest before the show. Of course, we had to see Buckingham Palace. We couldn't leave London without it. Friday was also our last full day, so we really had to, you know, at least see Buckingham Palace, right? Also, I forgot my sunglasses in London and I dearly miss them. We did some last minute sightseeing before we had to go to the O2 Arena, and it was lovely, especially the Whitehall Gardens. They were really nice. The sun was out. I think you might notice that I do like a good park and just sitting around. Here we are. This is it. The moment we've been waiting for. Because this was why we booked the trip, right? We bought this ticket to the show and then we decided, well, let's make a full week out of it in London. It was really good. We have been to so many Wombats concerts and this was definitely different than the ones that we were used to. We were used to small venues. The lead singer can be a little bit awkward in Belgium. Like, he's not confident that we understand him fully, but that was not a problem in London, and he talked so much and it was really nice. It felt like he was really comfortable and I had a blast.
If you wake up feeling happy, you're doing it wrong. You should be in cold water with your best dress on. Anneleen, Niagara Falls, adding to all of your missed calls. If you remember this tomorrow, then you're doing it all wrong. We're a lethal combination, too lost for therapy. Guilty by association, I'll keep you close to me.
Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I have some other videos on the screen for you right now that you can watch, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!